This is the fourth session of real numbers. Okay, and here we are going to learn the last topic of the lesson. Okay, till now we have done Euclid's division lemma, Euclid's division algorithm, fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and this is the last topic. And also we have done some irrational numbers, right? Revisiting irrational numbers, and now this is revisiting rational numbers. Here we are going to learn about non-repeating decimal expansions. We are going to learn non-repeating decimal expansions of rational numbers. Rational numbers are two types, terminating and non-terminating, repeating. But here we are going to learn non-repeating but decimal expansions. Especially here, rational numbers is expressed as the form of P by Q. Rational numbers, we are going to learn revisiting rational numbers. Revisiting. Here we are going to learn non-repeating decimal expansions. Decimal expansion. Non-repeating, they are terminating decimal expansions basically. For example, I'll tell you, I'll just take one example, 0.375. You know how to write this, no? This is a terminating decimal. So I write this as 375 by 1000. Again I write it as 375 by 10 cube. Again I will write it here as 375 by 2 into 5 whole cube, because 10 can be written as 2 into 5. Again this is 375 by 2 cube into 5 cube. Okay, this is one way. Now let us take one more example here. I'll take 23.3408. How do you write this? How many decimal places? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 408 by 10,000, which is written as 233,408 by 10 power 4, which is again equal to 233,408 by 2 into 5 whole power 4. Again this is written as 233,408 by 2 power 4 into 5 power 4. Let us take one more example, then you will understand the pattern. 0.875. How do I write this? I write 875 by 1000. 875 by 1000, which is equal to 875 by 10 cube, which is equal to 875 by 2 into 5 whole cube, which is again written as 875 by 2 cube into 5 cube. Can you observe a pattern here? Any pattern here you can observe? Yes, see the pattern here? 2's and 5's, 2's and 5's, 2's and 5's. So what are we observing here? What do we understand here? There is a pattern here. What is that? The denominators, you see, the denominators are expressed in the powers of 2 and 5. See, everywhere you see 2, 5. Why? Because thousands, the multiples of 10, these tens, they can always be expressed as the powers of 2 and 5. The powers of 10. The powers of 10 are expressed as the 2 and 5 are its factors, right? What are the factors of 10? The factors of 10 are 2 and 5. Am I right? Yes. So the powers of 10 can also be expressed as the powers of 2 and 5. So here the denominators, Q, what is the P by Q? In P by Q, Q is the denominator. So these denominators are always expressed as the powers of 2 and 5. This is how we are going to express a non-repeating decimal expansion. So we should expect, here what we have to expect is, we have to expect the denominator to look like this. We want the denominators to look like this. Okay. So why? Because the 10 can have the factors. What are the factors of 10? 10 is always written as 2 and 5. 2 and 5 are factors. So the powers of 10 can be expressed as the powers of Product of powers of 2 and 5. So here there is a theorem here. You know the theorem. What is the theorem states? X is any rational number. You know there is 1.5 theorem in your textbook. Okay. So you can see the theorem. The theorem is very easy. So there is a theorem 1.5 in your textbook. Okay. In the textbook it says that if X is a rational number, I am using a short form for rational number. If X is a rational number whose decimal expansion it terminates. In the above examples we have seen all these decimal expansions are terminating, right? They are not anywhere after 875 it stops. These are called terminating decimals, okay? Whose decimal expansion terminates, okay, can be expressed as, okay, terminates, then this rational number X can be expressed as P by Q, comma, where Q is not equal to 0, denominator can never be equal to 0, and P and Q are co-prime, and the prime factorization of Q, what is Q? Denominator's prime factorization, what we are expressing, is of the form 2 to the power of n and 5 into pi to the power of n, where m and n are, what are m and n? M and n are non-zero or non-negative integers. Okay, this is how it states. Okay, this is very easy also. Okay, you know we can also even express, we have just shown you 0.375 as 375 by 10 cube, which is in written, it is written as 375 by 2 cube into 5 cube. Okay, what is 2 cube here? 2 cube is 2 power n, and 5 cube is 5 to the power of m. Sometimes 5 can be 3 or m. So what are these n and m? N and m are non-negative integers. So, and this is of the form P by Q. So this is how this, you can express a non-repeating decimal expansion. Now let us write it in the other way. The same thing, the same theorem, if we do it in the converse way, the reverse way, let us see how we can express this decimal expansion in the other way, the reverse way. Okay, let us see this. This is very easy actually. You can try some problems. You can finish off your last exercise. Okay, 1.4 you finish it in your classwork. You complete your you complete all the exercises. Okay, so let us do this. Now I got 3 by 8. Say for example I got 3 by 8. How do I write this 3 by 8? I write by 3 by 2 cube. Okay, but what I want here, I want 2 to the power of n into 5 to the power of n. This should be my denominator. Now I expect the denominator to be like this. I already got 2 to the power of n. Then where is 5 to the power of n? So what I do is, I write 5 to the power of 3 multiply and divide. 5 on top and bottom you multiply like this. If you multiply with the same thing, same powers, how much I get? This is 5 cube is how much? 75, right? 5 5s are 25, right? Again 5. 3 into 75 is how much? 3 into 75 is how much? Tell me. It's 5 cube is how much? 5 5s are 25, right? How much it is? 3 into 5 into 5 into 5 by how much? This is 8 into 5 5s are 25, 5s are 125. So I get here 375 by how much? 1000. So what I got back? 0.375. You know, this is how you can even express it. So this is the other way of expressing a number. So this is the all the topics we have done in this chapter. So I want all of you to finish up the last exercise. Okay, try some couple of sums, and I'm also going to discuss few more examples. I may try to give you some more sums on based on this topic. Okay, so complete your work on time. Okay, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, complete your work. Thank you.